Hi, Paul. It's Leonard Parker here with Financier SEO. Came across your website today and I wanted to put together this video that shares some of my recommendations on how you can boost your website ranking in the Google search engine and other search engines, and also just some recommendations to improve your overall web presence and really to get more leads through your website and other digital properties. So first, I will be talking about your website, but then I'll get into some of the more technical aspects of your website, and then finally I'll focus on your backlinks and how you can use those to boost your profile online. So first, with your website, let me click through to your home page here. So the first thing, I really like the use of pictures. I really like the color scheme you have going here. Um, Definitely I would consider adding a video of you or someone on a team just introducing people who are not familiar with your firm to the website. Maybe giving an elevator pitch about your firm and what you do and the unique value that you offer to clients. That's definitely a recommendation. I would put it somewhere above what's called a fold so they don't have to scroll down to see it. The second thing I noticed, you'll see here this big not secure message. I'm using a Chrome browser. And basically what that's telling me is that you're not using a SSL certificate for your website. And if you click through here, we can find more information. So it says your connection to the site is not secure. You should not enter any sensitive info on the site, for example, passwords or credit cards, because it could be stolen by attackers. Now, as I understand, you're not asking any of your clients or site visitors for their credit card information. So that doesn't really apply. But just from a trust standpoint, it's really not a good first impression. As soon as someone lands on your website, they see that in their browser, and it'll be the same for Internet Explorer, for Mozilla Firefox, and any of the other popular web browsers. So with the hosting plan that my company offers, we can install that SSL certificate and make sure that your site is secure and is displaying so. The second thing, or I should say the third thing for your homepage, so you see this box here that just popped up when I scrolled over this tab. So as you can see, it says Boston Retirement Advisors LLC. The A isn't capitalized. So the title tag is very important for your website. It's probably one of the most important elements of SEO because it tells Google exactly what your website is about. It's just like a title for your website, and then it also tells potential clients and people who are visiting your site what your site is about. So the way the title tag displays in the search results, this is actually one of your competitors in Guildford. This is the title tag. And so right now, if someone was to search for your website, for the home page, it would say Boston Retirement Advisors LLC. It doesn't specify, what specific areas you're targeting or anything like that. So the way I would optimize this tag, I would have something like fee only financial advisors for in Boston, or Boston fee only financial advisors, or really any city that you really want to target, your primary city, and I will include that in the title tag. And then I would do a little pipe symbol, so something like this. And then at the end of that title tag, I would include your firm's name, Boston Retirement Advisors LLC. And that would really go a long way in helping Google figure out exactly what your website, your web page is about. Lastly, for your homepage, I know you have this contact button here, but I would have something, up here in the top right corner that includes your phone number, or at least a phone number for your primary office, and then a button that says schedule an appointment, and it will take people to the schedule an appointment page. Because let's say, someone lands on your website. Research shows that people generally read websites in an F-shaped pattern. So they'll land on your site, they'll scroll across here, then they'll come down a little bit further and scroll across here. So your contact and schedule an appointment links are the fourth and fifth options here. So and then they'll continue scrolling down your page. So you want to make sure, I'm assuming that you want people to schedule an appointment through your website. You want to make sure that's prominent and it really stands out. So I will put that somewhere here in the top right corner along with your phone number. Now clicking through to the rest of your website. So I'm going to look at your financial planning page now. So very similar for the home page, make sure that your title tag is optimized. So for every page except your home page, you want to have the page topic at the beginning, but you want to make sure that's optimized for whichever city you're targeting. So the way I would optimize this is include Boston Financial Planning or Boston Fee Only Financial Planning, then have the little pipe symbol, and then Boston Retirement Advisors. And that's the way you can really optimize these pages. I will also consider adding more content here because generally you want at least 300 words of content. Right now, I'm pretty sure that's less than 300 words. So definitely want to add more content to your pages. The last thing I noticed, you don't have any type of blog, and that's a major ranking factor. You want to make sure that you're keeping fresh content on your website, as this keeps people who may be interested in your services but not quite ready to sign on with any advisory firm. It gives them a reason to keep coming back. So you want to create content, a blog article at least once a month, but ideally once per week. But really, the main thing is you want to be consistent with your content strategy. And creating a content is 20% of the work. The other 80% is actually promoting that content and repurposing it on different other channels online. So if you have any social media pages, highly recommend that you put that content out there. There are also different properties called Web 2.0 websites like Tumblr.com, Medium.com, StumbleUpon.com, and WordPress.org. And these are branded properties, so your WordPress page would also say Boston Retirement Advisors. It would include your logo, but it's just another way for potential clients who are looking for services such as yours to find you online. Really, the key takeaway here is the more opportunities that you give people to find you, the better your digital marketing will be. So you want to make sure that your marketing is omnipresent and you can be seen in many different places, but your branding is consistent across all of those different channels. So that wraps it up for your website. Now, getting into your mobile friendly test, this is Google's tool and basically it tests whether or not your site is mobile friendly for mobile phones and tablets. And you can see here that your website does pass that test, so great job there. That's a major ranking factor and you're ahead of the curve. Now, this next page I'm looking at is Google PageSpeed Insights, and you can see I plug in your URL, and the way this tool works is it scans your website and it gives you a score on a scale of 100 of how fast your website loads. And you can see that it breaks down that score into a desktop score and a mobile score. So you see for your the desktop version of your site, you have a 73 out of 100, whereas with your mobile site, you have a 64 out of 100. Generally, I like to see these scores at least at 85, if not higher. So you definitely see there is room for improvement there. And you can see Google offers several tips on how you can optimize your website speed. But if you're looking for that one fix that will give you 80% of the results, I would highly recommend considering a hosting change. So I've worked with clients where just simply by switching their hosting company, we were able to see these scores jump up 30 to 40 points almost overnight. There's just something to consider there. Again, with my hosting package that my team offers, not only do we do the SSL certificate installation, but we take care of the site migration, and we also, manage any technical issues for your website. Um, And really, not only is this a ranking factor in Google, but it's also a usability factor. If someone lands on your website, let's say they're looking at it during their lunch break, or while they're at line in the grocery store, if it's taking a long time to load, that's going to become frustrating after some time, and they may just click off your website and never return. And that's absolutely what you don't want to have happen with your website. So definitely something to consider there. And that wraps up the technical aspects of your website. Now, switching gears to your link building, that's the last part of the video. So this tool is called Moz Local, and basically what it does, it scans the web for mentions of your business on different business citations and local listing websites. And it gives you a score on a scale of 100 of how well your business is presented across the web. And you can see here, 67 is definitely a great start, especially if you've not paid any attention to this aspect of your marketing. But there's definitely some opportunities to improve it. So the first tab I'm going to look at are what's called incomplete listings. So these are listings where you either don't have a listing at all on that website, or you have a listing but it's missing some key information like photos or some information about the business category. So definitely that's an area, after we take care of the on-site issues and the technical issues, that's an area of focus for my team and me. You also have some inconsistencies. So you can see here your website URL is bostonra.com. That's the way it's reflected in Google. But on some of these websites, you're using investwithpaul.com and different variations of that. So that might be your old website URL, but you want to make sure you clean up those URLs so they're all consistent and say bostonra.com. And you can even see here, this might have been your old address, but it's showing up as 85 Stiles Road, Salem, New Hampshire. Whereas your address here is 103 Stiles Road, and then you have your suite number, and then your city, state abbreviation, and zip code. So that pretty much has to be the same across all business listings and citations. And if you were ever to create a new business citation for your firm, it needs to match this exactly. And then the final tab are duplicates. So you can see here you have two listings on superpages.com. They're both different, so you really should only have one listing. And the reason why having these business listings and citations, you need to have them up and running, and you also need to make sure they're consistent, is because Google, as smart as it is, it's a robot. And the only way that, it can't go to your website and say, okay, this is a legitimate, credible company. The only way that it's able to do that is to scan these different websites. And if your information is different on all of the websites, or there's information missing or inconsistent, that doesn't lend well to your firm's credibility, at least in Google's eyes. And just from a lead generation standpoint, let's say someone doesn't find you through your website, they find you on your Super Pages profile. Well, you need to make sure that um, that information is correct. Otherwise, that could really turn off someone if they're looking for your address or something like that. So definitely that would be an area of focus after we venture from the websites to clean up these listings and citations. And now finally, I'm going to take a look at your what's called your backlink profile. And I've compared your website with three of your local competitors. And really the two metrics that you want to pay attention to here are your referring domains and then your total number of backlinks. So as you can see, I've just sorted this by the total number of referring domains, and I can see that you actually have the second most. So The best way to think about referring domains and backlinks, a real world analogy would be, let's say you ran for class president in high school, and your best friend, they love you to death, they voted for you 100 times. Whereas your opponent, they had 100 friends who voted for them once each. Well, obviously that your opponent's going to win because those 100 votes from unique people are weighted more heavily than those 100 votes from your one friend. And it works the very same with backlinks. So you can think of referring domains as your friends online that are linking back to you, and the backlinks are the number of votes or that they're sending to different pages on your website. So you can see here, so for your website, you have 35 friends online, and in total, they're linking back to you or voting for you 149 times. So you can see one of your other competitors here, SF Advisors, they have 47 online friends. So definitely a area of improvement is to make sure that you surpass their number of referring domains. Now you might be wondering, you have 35 referring domains and some of your other competitors, they have half of that, but they're still outranking you in Google. Well, this is where link building can become really nuanced. And I'll give you a simple example so you can see what I mean. So let's say we're just going to talk about your in Guilford, let's talk about your Connecticut office. And let's say there's a local blogger in Connecticut that links to your site. Well, that's great. That's a geo-relevant backlink, and it's definitely has its place in our backlink campaign. Let's say one of your other competitors, they have a backlink from a website like Forbes.com or Entrepreneur.com or any major national news site. And most likely that news site, that national site's going to have more followers and more readers than that local blogger in Connecticut. And so in that case, Google sees these types of websites as more authoritative, and basically they put more weight on those backlinks. And so that's really, and for this video, I'm not going to do that level of research, but just so you know, that is a little nuance of building links to your website. So, and that wraps up my video. So about me, my name is Leonard Parker. I am the owner of Financier SEO. We specialize in creating and optimizing digital marketing campaigns for independent financial advisors and financial services professionals. We're based in Houston, Texas, but we have team members from all over the world. And we focus not only on SEO, but social media marketing, content marketing, pay-per-click advertising, email marketing, and building lead generation funnels for our clients. And it's not all about getting new clients, is also about maintaining stronger relationships with your current clients. And that's really where we use our content marketing and our email marketing efforts to help you maintain those strong relationships with your clients so that you can focus on what you do best, and that's providing unique value through financial advice and management. I've been working in digital marketing for about the last 6 or 7 years now, and for the last 6 or 7 months have focused solely on financial advisors and financial services professionals. People, when you're starting a business, they always ask, what's your why? And my why, at an early age, I've learned the importance of being financially literate. I actually did the budgeting for my family when I was in middle school. And just learning that gift, having that gift at an early age, I was able to attend college and graduate college without a cent of debt. And I'm in my late 20s, and now I've been able to start multiple businesses without with using my own cash flow and not using any loans. So I definitely understand the importance of financial management and managing your finances so that you can achieve the goals that you set out for yourself. And this is something I like to share with my younger family members and people around me. So And I think there are many people out there who really need that gift of financial life planning, retirement planning, and so forth. So when they reach retirement age, they don't look up and they're in a bad situation financially. And I started Financier SEO to use my digital marketing skills to help financial advisors such as yourself who are independent, don't have the backing of a major firm, help you connect with more of the individuals, families, and businesses that need your type of services. So that's my why. I'm affiliated with the FPA of Greater Phoenix. I serve on their communications committee, and I'm helping them with two areas now. The first is their social media strategy for 2017 and beyond, and I'm taking a leading role in their website redesign and rebranding. So, definitely very in tune with the community, and I hope this video has been valuable for you. And I'm happy to discuss any questions you may have on your digital marketing strategy. And I would just love the opportunity to learn more about your firm. What have you tried with digital marketing? What worked? What hasn't worked? And really more about the unique value that you offer your clients. So thank you, Paul, for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon. I actually include a link at the green button below this video where you can book an appointment if you do ever want to discuss your digital marketing. So thanks, Paul. Have a great day.